Looking for cozy fall doodle ideas? Stick around because I've got 15 fun and simple doodles to spark your autumn creativity. Hi everyone, welcome back to Haley K Studio. I'm Haley and I like to share Procreate tutorials for beginners. If fall makes you want to grab a hot drink, get cozy, and let your creativity flow, this video is for you. Today I'm sharing 15 super cute and easy fall themed doodles to inspire your journaling, sketching, or even just to relax and unwind. We've got everything from pumpkins and cozy mugs to woodland critters and autumn leaves. It's all simple and fun and perfect for the season. You can grab your sketchbook and your favorite pen, or you can grab your iPad and Apple Pencil because there's no rules for this. Doodling can be done anywhere on anything. It's your medium of choice. But let's go ahead and get started. So my medium of choice is my iPad with Procreate and my Apple Pencil, and I'm just using a square canvas, and I'm just going to be using the color black and using a monoline brush. And you can use whatever you want. Of course, you can just use a paper and pencil or a pen, whatever you're comfortable with. So the first one I want to make is a cute piece of pie. So I'm just going to start here in the middle, and I'll just go down and sort of make a pie shape, or a triangle, of course. From that first corner, I'll move down, and I'm not trying to be perfectly steady on this. Doodles can be shaky. It kind of adds to the charm of them, I think. So I'm not trying to be perfectly precise with everything. And now I will go from this spot, I will just go up, and then I'll connect those two edges, and then we'll just make the wavy crust, and now I'll make a lower crust, and we'll just connect it back in the front. And so we'll just make this like a little pumpkin pie. I'm going to add a layer so I can make a whipped cream on top. And then I'll just delete these lines. And now we'll just add a few little details. There's a piece of pie. The next one I want to make is like a latte. So we're gonna make this into a to-go cup. I'm gonna make the little sleeve first, 2 lines down, and we're gonna try and make it cylindrical, and then lines going across, size those down. This is how I like to do doodles. I like to have a little bit of symmetry and a little bit of making sure my curve matches, so I will. So curved things, I usually copy and paste them down. Merge those down, and now I'm gonna make my coffee cup. And I'm gonna make some lines. I'm gonna delete a little bit. Here's the first line of my coffee cup, and then I will duplicate that so it's got the same angle, just so that it's more geometrically pleasing. And then I will connect the bottom, and I will merge those down so I can delete these lines. And now I will make the top of my mug. And now big dollop of whipped cream, 2 little straws. And we're gonna make this a pumpkin spice latte, so we will draw a little pumpkin on the front so we know it's a pumpkin spice latte. There we go. So the next one I want to make is like a little apple basket, like a bushel basket. I'm going to start with a curved line here, and I'm going to let that turn into an arc so I can adjust it a little bit. And then I'll do a curved line down here opposite to that, go in the other direction, and then we'll just make sure that's centered and as much as we can to the other one. Connect that, and this can be these outside lines to the basket can be kind of curved out. And now I'm going to add a layer above that to make the straps to our basket. It's kind of like a barrel. It's like an apple barrel, but barrels usually have some sort of straps on them. We'll do a strap opposite, curve the opposite direction, and then connect the sides. And then we'll just erase through here. On that bottom layer that has the main part of the basket, barrel, I'm going to make some slats going down. And just kind of curve them in the way they would naturally curve going around a barrel. And then you can, of course, erase these ones that would be behind the straps. Okay, so now we got our barrel, so let's fill it with some apples. So I'll put an apple on top. I like drawing once and using multiple times, so I'll probably just draw my apple once. I'll just draw it up here. And there we go. We've got some apples in a barrel. Makes me want to go apple picking. And what would fall doodles be without some pumpkins? So let's go ahead and draw a pumpkin now. So we will just draw all of the segments to our pumpkin. And so I've got my first little segment in the front, and then I will add another one to the side, and then another one. And then do it on this side, and then we'll add some back here. So now we got all of our pumpkin segments, and I'm just going to add a new layer to make the stem. And I'll just delete a little bit back here, or erase a little bit back here. Add another layer for some tendrils. And add a few little spots here and there. And now we've got a pumpkin. Makes me want to go pumpkin picking now. So the next one I want to make is just like a fun mushroom. So we'll just make the stem, making the cap. If I'm going to have a spot that's going to overlap, especially on mushrooms, I find I do this a lot, is I start where there's already a line so that I can kind of not have to worry about my overlapping. Now you can add some spots and some little shadow lines. Super easy mushroom. And the next one I wanted to make was an acorn. Acorns are so cute. I don't understand, like, why are acorns so cute? So first we're just gonna make kind of like this upside down bell kind of shape. I will make the cap to my acorn. Acorns kind of have like, or like doodle acorns kind of have like this cross waffling, this waffle kind of pattern on the top. Then just some texture lines. Cute little acorn. And fall time or winter time, depending on where you're at, or just the 5 days it gets cold where you're at, or it actually gets pretty cold where I live. So that means boots a lot of times. So let's draw some cute boots, like the sock peeping out of the top. Move this over, up and over to give myself a little bit of space. There, you got a general boot shape. Give it a little bit of a heel. And a sole. Don't want to be soleless with this boot. Lace these up a little bit. Now just give some texture to the sock up here, like the little sock folded down, peeking over the top of your boot. And now I just want to give it like some texture lines. And there we have our boot. And the next one I thought would be kind of cute is like a little sweater. So we're just gonna draw a little sweater. I'm gonna start with like the neck hole. And connect the back of it. Here's one sleeve and then the other. I'm going to add another layer so I can add the body of the sweater. Delete these lines. And then add some more ribbing for the sleeves and the bottom. Now you can decorate your sweater any way you want. Like a Fair Isle sweater would be really cute for this, and you can just do that like with the black lines. If you ever notice, like if there's like a stripe that goes across a shirt, it kind of like goes offset like in the middle and then is back in line when you're back at the sleeve. Kind of looks more realistic that way. And just make little designs. Yeah, that looks like a cozy sweater. I'd wear that. Okay, the next one I want to make is like a rainy day umbrella. I live in Oregon. I've mentioned that before, and we love our rainy days, of course. Some of us love them, and then some of us not so much. I'm an appreciator of the rain. Keeps everything green. So you just kind of draw like the top of your umbrella, and then I like to make my little arcs at the bottom so that I can draw in my segments of the umbrella. The little top, I just draw a little handle. So there's our doodle umbrella, and you can even draw some raindrops if you want. Perfect for a rainy day. Next, I want to draw like a little squirrel. He's gonna be wearing like a little scarf, so let's get that started. So here's the top of his head, and then I like to make the cheeks like this. So it's just a top arc and then a bottom, well, it turns into an ellipse, and it makes kind of the little chipmunk cheeks, in this case a squirrel. And then they've got little tiny ears. And then I'll move in for the little nose and mouth. And then I'll give him his little eyes. And just to make sure they are even, I will copy and paste it. There we go. But go ahead and give him a little scarf. And I'm going to make a new layer for the next part. So I'm going to give him a little arm here. For symmetry, I'm going to copy and paste that over. I'm just going to erase that part of the scarf right there. And the next part's pretty easy. So you just do a big curve there, and then give him a little foot. And then copy and paste that over for symmetry. And connect it there. You can give him like a white belly if you want. Connect it there. And then you can give him a big old tail. Cute little squirrel, why not? And now our next one's just going to be like a pretty leaf, and they can just look any way you want them to. But I try to keep it as symmetrical as possible. And then give it a little stem and then some veining. There's a leaf. I mean, leaves are not, like, you'd think leaves would be easy, but they're like kind of not, because of symmetry that you're trying to do by eye. It's not that easy. It's a doodle, it doesn't have to be perfect. So there's my little leaf. And then our next one is just going to be a super cozy mug of tea. I love drawing little mugs of tea because it makes me feel super cozy, even if I don't feel like boiling the water to make some tea. So when I make a cup, I don't like holding down and letting Procreate make a curve for me, because I want it to have more of a cuppy shape, you know, technical term cuppy shape. And so I just kind of freehand that. And then for these, the top of the cup, I hold it down and I let it make an ellipse for me. Same can go with like the handle. I kind of like to freehand that, and then it needs a little saucer, and then I will let it make an ellipse for that. And I like to make like a little bottom to the saucer, and let's make the T and then a little T tag. And you of course need some steam lines. Mug of tea, super cute. Now let's do a candle, and I kind of want it to be like a tea candle or whatever they're called, like a tea light candle that's in like a cup. So I'm just gonna move this up. And then again, just kind of make a cup shape. Doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of like that it wasn't perfect. And then make an ellipse up here to show that it's like a cup or a glass. Like how you know you can get a candle in like a glass cup, glass container, a glass vase. I don't know. I don't burn candles. They're pretty, but I have kids, so I can't burn them. And we'll just follow the lines down here to make the candle on the inside. And I'm gonna just make a new layer to make like a flame, and we'll just delete or erase that. And we can make a little label for our candle. So imagine this was like on the outside, like a sticker on the outside. Candle is like a pumpkin spice scent, so we'll have to draw another little pumpkin. This is like pumpkin number 3. There, pumpkin spice candle. I bet you that smells really good. Now I want to draw a knit hat. I'm going to start off with like a little ball on top. So I have a guide where I want some lines to go. I'm going to do the top brim lines going up the hat can kind of originate here and end there. And I'm just gonna space out the sides and the middle, like the center line, and then make some additional lines going down. And you can make this more like a knit hat by making like these braided lines here, but you don't have to. Whenever I do like a braid, I kind of make it very minimal. So that kind of makes it look like it's a cable knit a little bit. And then I'll just draw the bottom and then the ribbing down the brim of the hat. There we go, cute little knit hat. I would totally wear that. And for our last drawing, I wanted to draw another little yummy thing. So I'm gonna do a cinnamon roll. These are pretty straightforward. It's a swirl. And give it a little bit of bulk. One thing that I love to do when I draw cinnamon rolls is use my outline brush. And I'm in my Kawaii Essentials and I have my round outline monoline brush. So I'm going to add a new layer above my little roll that I've drawn here. I'm just going to basically like ice my cinnamon roll with this outline brush and then just do a little bit of erasing. So that's kind of like a drip going down the back, that's a drip going up the side. And so I'll go back to my original layer and I will just erase what would be hidden by the icing. So everywhere where it crosses over. I think I got it all. Just a little bit more. There we go. So I use that outline monoline brush for icing. I use it for noodles. I use it for sprinkles. I love that outline brush. So there we go. We've got our 15 doodles that we did today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this one, hit that subscribe and comment below if you have any ideas of some doodles you'd like me to make. I do so many doodles on a normal basis because all of my stamp brushes, they're doodle style. So I am constantly using this monoline brush and drawing these doodles. So food is one of my favorite things to draw. So thank you for sticking with me and I will see you in the next video. Bye!